Here is genuinely what holds my phone up. Beautiful. I'm here to talk about one of the best books I have read, perhaps in all time, after Fulfing Nakata and Glass. Book of Ice was really good as well. But this is a completely, it feels new, it feels fresh, it feels so different to anything I've read before, and my God, would I love to write something like it. I just think it was a phenomenal read. It's none other than The Invisible Life of ADDIE LARUE. I've not read anything by this author before. I've seen this book advertised a few times by BookTokers on Bookstagram, but it's not come across my page often. Not as much as it should have, but enough for me to, pick it up and read it. And basically, if you don't know the premise, it's about a girl that makes a deal with a demon or the devil, to get out of the darkness, to get out of her marriage to someone. Now, I'm going to try and do this as spoiler-free as possible, and try and stick to what the blurb says and what you've probably heard about it online, so as to not ruin this book for you, because it should not be ruined. It is phenomenal. It's a bit enemies to lovers, depending how you see it, and it's a bit found family-esque, I think. Basically, she makes a deal with the darkness 300 years ago, but the idea is that in agreeing to live an immortal life, to giving her soul over until she decides that it's ready to give back to him, then she can live for as long as she wants. But naturally, devils will be devils, and he puts a little clause in that and says, look, ADDIE, Adeline, you can have those years, you can be immortal, but no one will ever remember you. Pretty deep. Now, I was thinking this, I was thinking how that would feel. Just imagine, so obviously the story then continues, she makes this deal, she doesn't know, she goes back, her parents don't know, and it is funny because it gives a different side of immortality, because I see the stuff like Vampire Diaries, I'm like, hell yeah, I want to be immortal, but yeah, everyone will die, unless you make them a vampire, but I suppose she doesn't even have the choice. And then you take, So it was a real different side to immortality, a slightly more depressing side. But naturally, as all great female main characters do, she doesn't give in. So she lives her life 300 years, goes through history, goes through wars, goes through cities, lovers, life, and doesn't give in. Now, his name is Luke. He is based on her dream man that she dreamt up, I believe. I only swear to God I read it 2 days ago, and I'm like, And he decides to... Wait, who the hell was I talking about? So, we meet her... Oh my God, when do we... We meet her in France in 1714, and the story goes back and forth between her history and then the present. So we're with her in 2014 as she continues her life in New York, and then we go back and see her life leading up to that moment, how she got there. It's very, very cleverly done. I, for one, never read any dates on anything. I just got the vibes. Please read the dates, don't be me. Read the dates, they're there for a reason. You see history. Now, a couple things I want to go over. The book cover design. So there's a few book covers. I heard one, the letters go quite quickly, or the whole book is designed to fade. But with this, so here's the ring that she has the bargain with Luke. That will become very, very important, I think, later on. It's a symbol. These are forget-me-nots. Very ironic, because she's constantly forgotten. And the cover is, and now this, I bought this only a couple months ago. So you'll see older. This is designed maybe it's a flaw by complete mistake, but that's beautiful. Either way, that it rubs off. So her name will rub off. But apparently the author's doesn't. Really, really cool. So much thought put into this book. And I really applaud someone making a whole story into like a condensed, like this could this have been a book series? Perhaps. But it didn't need to be. Now, I am a lover of book series. I love it because you're encapsulated, right? You love the characters more, you're involved more, you're in. But in this, she does the whole story in one book, and it is perfect and beautiful, and I will think about it eternally for the rest of my life. Are they going to make this into a film? I've seen so many fan edits. This definitely needs to be a film or a TV series, dare I say. It would be beautiful. A few things, I guess, to mention. It really comments on art, history. There are quite some themes in it. But two of the biggest themes, I think, actually are life, kind of grief, time, and how we kind of stand still. We meet Henry and we hear a bit of his side of how he was feeling. We meet Henry, who works at a bookstore, and then she steals a book from the bookstore. He's like, well, okay, keep it. She comes back because no one remembers her, right? Thieving at the bookstore. I mean, look, I'm going to be straight with you right now. If the purge was happening and everyone was out, I don't know if I could say that, butchering people, I would be at the bookstore just, like, I'd be in clothes shops. Like, I really feel like the people in the purge missed something there. Do you know how expensive hardback books are? I'd be like, yeah, you're all coming home with me. Special editions. And I'm not looking to sell them. I'm not looking to profit. I just want to build myself a library. It's too much to ask. We meet Henry, and I think through Henry, he probably had me questioning the most about my life. I think we look at Addie and we see that she's experiencing all the beautiful things in life. Her life has been really slowed down, so she has the chance to experience life that way. So go to operas, experience art, live. Yeah, so through Addie, we experience life slowed down, and we see her enjoy everything, and she is the time. And Henry, who she meets in the bookstore, who she steals the book from, remembers her. That's the greatest thing. 300 years she spends no one recognizing her or remembering her, and then this random guy in a bookshop that she steals the Odyssey from remembers her the next day when she goes back. Boom. It is beautiful. And now, maybe we're getting to spoiler territory here, but it's not spoil. I won't say any of the big twists or anything like that. I think through Henry, we experience life as quick as it is. We experience a life that things are moving too slowly and we're paralysed by it. So I find it's that great Sylvia Plath, The Fig Tree, and there's so many options that we struggle to choose which one. And I do believe a lot of us suffer from that. Me especially, we spend so much time thinking we need to do so many things that we kind of get lost amongst all the things we need to do. So I want to read a book, I want to watch The Last of Us, I want to write my new book, I want to edit my old one. There's so much to do, and I think there's so many jobs that you're lost amongst all the decisions that need to be made. So I think they're really good tropes and contrasts against each other. So now we're getting into the core of it. In 300 years, there is one other person, very important person, that remembers who she is, and that would be Luke. The darkness, the devil, the demon. Controversially, I really fancy him. Let's get that off my chest now. I shouldn't. He's possessed. I can't speak. He's possessive. He necessarily has doomed her to a miserable life. But I just fancy him. And I won't give any spoilers, but he's obviously a very important character who keeps coming back and back. Some things I've seen in response to this. Some reviews and responses I've seen to this book are that it's quite slow. So actually Fearless came out and I paused reading it, so I must have got about a third of the way through. I thought it was a very cool concept. It lured me in from the beginning, but it starts going back into history. It does slow down quite a bit, the story. Now that is not a criticism at all. I think it needs that because it's building. So we go back, we learn a lot about her feelings. Now I really like her as a main character. I think she's really good. I think Henry's really nice, but the whole time you just know it's very Shakespearean. I just think everything is doomed from the beginning. It's very Shakespearean. Henry's a really, really key character, and I'd say things start to build with him also at the same time when the story starts to get more into movement, when Luke is becoming more and more involved, we learn more about him. But it is actually quite bizarre, it's quite bizarre people say that, because I do really vividly remember the beginning. I really, really loved the ending. That absolutely circled everything off for me. It was beautiful, it was fantastic. Made me think, that life is passing us by really, really quickly and, giving me a bit of a crisis. But I don't actually remember much in the in-between bits. But she is a real struggle, and just really sit and think about what it must be like. She's like, I don't know, like no one remembers you. People have struggled having that after they're dead, not alone when they're living. It is a really, really sad book, and it is almost a book that could have a sequel to it, but it doesn't need it, really. But it's very, very, very sad. I've seen people in tears for it. I mean, nothing has broke me since Iron Flame, or actually any video on TikTok when someone has posted, I'm going to get upset about it now, about their cat or their dog that's passed away, or their animal is ill. No, that's probably broke me, along with Iron Flame. And that's sad. It left me with an empty feeling, like a really good TV show. It left me like when the Vampire Diaries ended, it just felt the same. And I was walking around my house and I was still thinking about it. It gave me a gut feeling. And I did what any respectable woman would do, and went on Pinterest, searched up the fan art, sent a video to all my friends to watch it, made at least 4 or 5 TikToks for it, made this YouTube video, made some Instagram reels, went on Goodreads and read other people's reviews of it just to make sure we were all vibing. So I would say I've heard mostly good reviews about this, except that it's slow. 1, that it's slow. 2, that Luke is a pretty terrible guy. And 3, that Henry is quite boring. Now, I would disagree with all 3, but everyone's entitled to opinion, so that doesn't make anyone else's opinion any less. I think it is slow, but it's worth it. I think Henry is a really, really interesting character when you go into the nitty-gritty of it. As a love interest, perhaps he's not Zayden Ryerson. He ain't Luke. And then, thirdly, Luke is bad. Yeah, I can't really disagree with that, but who doesn't love a bad boy? Not the devil, though, Olivia. Now, I have seen that the author's, she's got another book here called Gallant. I've never heard that ever. And I did see that they've released their... I actually have no idea who the author is. Is it even a woman? I need to Google. Oh, so Vicious, Vengeful, and I believe they've just released the new one. Are they worth it? I did see that nothing else is like this, but now I really, really like her writing style. I like her vibe. I don't know. I feel if you're Team Damon, you're Team Conrad, you're Team Cole, then you're probably gonna be most likely Team Luke. I also feel this might be this might be a reach. There's two things here with the cover design. One, the tree is very important to her. The tree from her past. But also, could these be puppet strings? Now, there are a few quotes from here. I just want to say, I would like to just state these. If these don't get you to read the book, I don't know what will. Want, he sneers. Want is for children. If this were want, I would be rid of you by now. I would have forgotten you centuries ago, he says, a bitter loathing in his voice. This is need. A need is painful but patient. Do you hear me, Adeline? I need you as you need me. I love you as you love me. End quote. Take this how you will. No, she says, drawing back her hand. You are not capable of love. Actually, this is a spoiler. This is probably just for people that have read it. You are not capable of love because you cannot understand what it is to care for someone else more than yourself. If you loved me, you would have let me go by now. Someone flicks his fingers. What nonsense, he says. It is because I love you that I won't. Love is hungry. Love is selfish. You are thinking of possession. Are they so different? I've seen what humans do to things they love. People are not things, she says, and you will never understand them. I understand you, Adeline. I know you better than anyone else in this world. I mean, 100% this book, I've left such a void. I've not felt anything like that in some time. I just needed to know everything about it. I needed to know people's theories. I needed to know fan art. I needed to know what they look like. Big book. 5-star read. Easy. This book will stay with me for a really, really long time. Really, really long time. And the more I think about it, the more layers there are. Also, if anyone can help with plants, that'll be mildly appreciated. And 3, should I do a Throne of Glass reread? I did read it last year, but I think it's time. Should I do a Throne of Glass reread? Grass? I need to go to bed. Thanks, everyone. 5 stars. Read it. Let me know if you've already read it. Let me know your thoughts.